What is going on, these dudes? It's Deadbolt here, bringing back some more trailer reaction, and today we have Dead Space. I've never been into Dead Space, I've only heard of it, and I honestly thought it was just like a shooter, like a third-person shooter, until recently I actually found out it's a horror third-person shooter, and like, you can't really shoot them in the head, because like they're like zombies or something like that, they're monsters, and you have to like dismember them. It sounds really cool. And I kind of want to play. I think it's on Game Pass now. Let me check. I'm almost certain it's either on Game Pass or on PlayStation friggin' premium subscription. Give me your money. But either way, I have both of those. So I might want to give it a try one of these days. You know, I feel like it would fit. I'm trying to like find horror games to play for, you know, Halloween. I already got a few in mind. Yeah, that's right. Forgot this is in alphabetical order. Deathloop, Dead Space, yeah, right here, Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. I heard 3 is the worst, as most third sequel or third in the trilogies usually are, but we're gonna focus on this, and I guess this trailer is a remake of Dead Space 1, and I've never even seen any footage from Dead Space 1. I don't know, when did it come out? I want to say it came out before I even got into video games. Because I remember Dead Space 3 coming out when I was in, I want to say, 7th or 8th grade? But I might be tripping, I don't know. Dead Space, release date. Not the remake. Okay, well, Dead Space 3 did come out in 2013 when I was 14, so that means I was around that age, so I got that right. But when the hell did Dead Space 1 come out? 2008. Okay, yeah. Yeah, back then I was still playing Raw versus SmackDown 2008. Yep. On the PS2. I didn't even know the PS3 existed yet. I was kind of in a little bubble when I was that age. It's crazy. Back then, I was still playing PS1 and PS2 games, and maybe my DS. I don't remember when I got the DS, but man, those were the days. Alrighty, but let's get into this Dead Space remake. This is the first Dead Space I've ever seen.
Isaac Clarke.
Oop, no, not that.
What have you got, Isaac?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the triumphs.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
What the hell? This is interesting me.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help.
What the hell is coming out of his hands? It's like he tried to pull a Baraka, but instead of it coming out of his wrists, it came out of his hands. Oh, can you fly? Is this Anthem? Is this the better version of Anthem? What? This man has telekinesis. Oh, okay. This is why the Callisto Protocol has that. And I found out like later on after I reacted to it that it was like the developers of Dead Space. Oh damn.
Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clarke. With or without you.
Isaac, it's me. It's all falling apart here.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Nicole?
Okay. Now I'm January 2023. Okay. That's when that's coming out. Not Dead Space 4. Oh, the Callisto Protocol. What if it is though? Like, I don't know the premise of that game, but like, I know there's monsters and shit in that universe too, and they're like in the future or something. So like, what if it's just like a spin-off? But I don't know. This game does look very interesting, and I kind of want to play it now. Like, I'm tempted to just like cut this video and just start playing it. But actually, I do want to see what the original Dead Space looks like, because honestly, I'm not really for this whole remastering of games that just came out like a few years ago. Like, I think it's kind of stupid. And seeing that Dead Space 1 came out in 2008, it's like, really? Are we going to have Fallout New Vegas remastered next? Like, why? Yeah. Dead Space 1, no, not the remake. Not the remake. God damn it. I hate that doesn't work. Dead Space 1, but not the remake, and it still gives you the remake. God damn it. Dead Space 1, PS3. I'm guessing it was a PS3 game, an early PS3 game. Yeah, let's watch this. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember this. I remember this fuzz around every character in the PS3 days. It's crazy. I didn't notice it at the time, but like when me and the boys play Black Ops 1, or like when I go and play like Saints Row 3, the PS3 edition, or well, not the PS3, Saints Row 3, the third, you know, when it originally came out, and like all these other PS3, like Infamous as well, you see like that like blur around them. And it's like, damn. From PS3 to PS4, I remember when it came out, and I was like, it's not that much different. It doesn't even look that much better. And now I'm like, ooh, yeah, it does. It looks leagues ahead. But I'm not gonna watch more because I kind of do want to play this, and I don't want it to be spoiled. Oh, I just exited out of the whole thing. But I am like, this is inspiring me to give it a try. One of my favorite survival horror games outside Resident Evil. The atmosphere, the sound, and the original game was phenomenal. So they're putting it in the same camp as Resident Evil. I haven't really played any of the earlier games from Resident Evil other than, I think, 4, I want to say. But I also got there's so many like horror games I need to give a try. Watching this trailer makes me think how far ahead it was and how amazing the original still is after 15 years. Damn, it's been 2008 was 15 years ago. My God. I'm glad the original actor returned to play his iconic role. Well, it's a remake, so did they have to reshoot like everything? I thought like a remake is like they build it from the ground up, but you still keep the original voices, right? Like, or do they add more? Like, I think not Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII Remake that's what, at least what Chris told me, is like a very different game, the original Final Fantasy VII. So maybe they added more stuff. If so, I feel like that's how remakes should be done. It shouldn't be like the Last of Us. Yeah, it shouldn't. A remake shouldn't be like The Last of Us that's on PS5. I don't think that's just greedy on Naughty Dog or PlayStation part. I don't know who was like, yeah, we should do this game that came out like not even that long ago and also already has remastered. We should remaster it again for PS5. Yeah, I think that was a pretty dumb decision. I guess it's worth it if you've never played it, but also, why are you paying $70 for this game? Like this, I don't care if you freaking brought it onto the PS5 and it has ray tracing and Joel looks older. You can see all his wrinkles in his face and stuff. It's still a 10-year-old game now? 9 years. Okay. Still almost 10. The Last of Us remaster is 8 years old. You do not need you don't need to charge $70 for a PS3 game, even if it's on PS5. I think that's dumb. Hey, but for Dead Space fans, because I know Dead Space 3 was like a shit sandwich to top off this beautiful franchise that they have, it is kind of their studio acknowledging that Dead Space and like Dead Space 2 in a way were like the peaks of that trilogy. You know, they're like, Dead Space, it's okay. We're not remastering Dead Space 3. We know the most popular one is Dead Space. So maybe for you Dead Space fans, this is like a sign of goodwill. Maybe there'll be a Dead Space 4 or like something else, you know, and you'll get a proper sequel that's in line with the original gameplay of the first two games. So that's nice. Even though I'm not like a fan of this, like I'm just like finding out about it. Like this is the first information I'm finding out about this game. It's still nice knowing that, like, I know there's a big following for Dead Space, and it's nice seeing them get to eat good. You know what I mean? But alrighty, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you were greatly appreciated, I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everybody. Bye bye.